Good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of the War of 1812 lesson. So, we are going to be talking about the election of Madison today. So, Jefferson, tired of the rigorous demands of Americans' highest office, left the presidency after 2 terms. During the election of 1808, he supported the nomination of Secretary of State James Madison. The two Virginians shared many characteristics and ideals. Both men relied more on their intellect and writing skills than on their speaking abilities, and both favored negotiating techniques over military supremacy. Although the embargo was unpopular with Americans, Madison and the Republican Party still captured an overwhelming number of votes, finishing strong in the South and West to win the election. So, despite the embargo being bad, didn't sit well for many Americans. They still relied heavily on the Republican Party, and that became clear when they elected James Madison. So that's the new president we have on the block, James Madison. And we already know because we're smart people that a war is approaching. The War of 1812. It is 1808 right now. But in 1812 there will be war of 1812. Let's go. The new president inherited a government that was operating at a deficit and strained by tense foreign relations. The war between France and Britain saddled Americans with a number of restrictions. The British, acting under the Orders in Council, punished Americans who traded directly with France, and the French punished Americans who traded with Britain. So, sort of lose-lose situation we have going on here. To revive the sluggish economy, Congress passed a bill introduced by Representative Nathaniel Macon of North Carolina, labeled Macon's Bill No. 2. The measure eliminated all the restrictions on commerce with France and Britain. It also stated that if either France or Britain revoked its sanctions against the U.S., America would reestablish the embargo against the other nations. Napoleon agreed to lift the French sanctions, and Madison restored the embargo against Britain. However, the French ruler never intended to follow through on his promise. He wanted to make America create a blockade against Britain so he could avoid involving his own forces. Madison realized that the embargo ended America's neutrality and war with Britain was now a distinct possibility. So, with that intention, it seems like James Madison broke Americans' neutrality. So, broke neutrality. And who did we sided with? Sided with France. So war with Britain seemed inevitable. Let's continue. Relations with Britain continued to deteriorate. When many hold on. So war with Britain was inevitable. That's what I want you to get from this video. We are going to stop there for the day and talk about the war in general in part 3 of this video.